Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived an elderly woman named Elif. Her house was located on a deserted road on the edge of a forest, far from the bustling world. Elif's life had become quieter and lonelier as the years passed. Her children had moved to the big city and her old friends had passed away one by one. There was only one companion left in her life, her dog Max. Max wasn't just a pet, he was her. Max had entered Elif's life years ago. One day, while wandering deep in the forest, Elif found an abandoned puppy. It was small, weak and frightened, but Elif took it in and brought it home. From that day on, Max became her constant companion. They spent their mornings together, said hello to the day side by side, and spent their nights curled up together. Max was always there, loyal and low. As time passed, Elif's body grew weaker. The paths she once walked with joy now became difficult to tread. Simple tasks like cleaning her house, tending her garden, and recalling memories from the past had become harder and harder. But Max was always there, never leaving her. See, one morning Max raised his head and gazed into Elif's eyes. She could see the love, the loyalty, but also something else, something she hadn't wanted to acknowledge. Max was no longer the playful puppy he once was. He had aged, just like Elif. But each one day, Elif noticed that Max was no longer the lively dog he had once been. He struggled to walk through the garden, his legs unsteady, his movements slow. Elif had been trying to ignore it, but deep down, she knew the time was coming. That morning, she found Max lying on his bed, looking at her with tired eyes. She sat next to him, gently stroking his fur, but Max, after Max. One autumn afternoon, with a heavy heart, Elif decided to take a walk down the old forest path they had once walked together. The leaves had begun to fall, and the wind carried a chill in the air. Elif walked slowly, her feet heavy, her heart aching. As she walked deeper into the woods, memories of Max flooded her mind. "Everything was so much better with you, Max," she whispered, her voice breaking. "I miss you so much." The empty path stretched out before her, and for the first time in years, Elif felt truly alone. She walked on, the silence around her almost unbearable. She had lost the one companion who had made her world whole. As the days went on, Elif's grief deepened. The house was quieter, emptier, and she couldn't shake one, and in the forest,